Hello, Gaudi. Oh, we haven't made full screen. Right. Hello, Gaudi, and good morning. It's Thursday, the 4th of March. Now I've got a challenge for you. Can you guess what today's lesson is? That's right. We are going, no surprises there. We are going to learn the last part of the story map. And let's hope we get it right. Well, let's hope Mrs Jalaf gets it right. We're going to learn the last part of the story map. Listening ears, magnet eyes, you know all this already. Right, we are going to go back and recap the first 4 parts if you've forgotten, which I have sometimes, don't I? I'm just going to tell you your challenge. You need to learn or practice even the last part. Because we have built it up over the last 4 or 5 days, it shouldn't be too bad. Again, you've got the pictures to help you. You've got the beginnings of the letters. You've got the letters of the beginnings of the words. For example, Vincent van Gogh, you here. You've got the v and the gut, and you had dry and crunchy just then, reluctantly, Katie. So you've got clues there. And you've also got grandmother, and you've got the pictures on there. Shall we get started? I think so. Stop share. Oh, there we go. Oh, not quite right. Mrs. Jalaf's not going to be able to see me. Here we go. Are you ready? Are we going to move it this way slightly? Now you can see me. Right. Actually, you can read the title for today for me. Go. Thank you. Katie and the Sunflowers. Are you ready, Grandmother? Grandmother was helping Katie plant some seeds in the garden when it started to rain. The rain will make everything grow, said Grandmother delightedly. What shall we do now? Said Katie. Grandmother, who loved art, suggested they go to an art gallery. That's our first paragraph. Let's move on to the second. When they arrived, Kate curiously went off to explore the vast art gallery and found a painting by Vincent van Gogh called the Sunflowers. The sunflowers looked dry and crunchy and full of seeds. Perhaps I could grow seeds in the garden, said Katie. That's our second paragraph done. Now we're going to move on to the third. Oh, right, let's pause and see if you can see it better. There we go. We've repositioned the camera. We've got 3 paragraphs that we need to finish. So the second one was, do you remember? Oh, you can see me now. There we go. She slowly reached out to touch the sunflowers and knocked over the vase so it fell right out of the picture, and the sunflower seeds all over the floor. Katie panicked and said, I better clean that up before anyone sees. Just then, Katie heard someone laughing, but she was alone. The laughter seemed to be coming from a painting called Breton Girls Dancing by Paul Gauguin. Our third paragraph even. Now we're going to move on to the fourth. What's so funny? Asked Katie excitedly as she climbed into the painting. She met 3 girls and they asked her for help to tidy up. Reluctantly, they decided they would help Katie, but only if they could bring their dog. The girls, where are we? There we go. The girls jumped out of the frame back into the art gallery, but their dog ran off and made even more of a mess. "Oh no," said Katie, dashing from painting to painting. They searched for the dog. So the next part is here. I'll move back here. The next part is here. So we've got, eventually they found him with the sunflowers and carefully put the sunflowers back into the painting. Katie decided to keep a few seeds in her pocket to take home in the garden, to take home to plant in the garden. "Shall we see if it stops raining, Grandma?" said. Let's try again, Mrs Jalaf. "Shall we see if it stops raining?" Grandma said. "Rain is good for the garden," said Katie. "It will make everything grow." Right, shall we try this one? So remember, we've got sunflowers and we've got seeds. Should we say pocket? There we go. We can have a little pocket. Plant in the garden. Raining. Do you remember grandmother? I think we all remember grandmother. Helping everything grow. And Katie. Here we go. Eventually, they found him with the sunflowers and carefully put the flowers back into the painting. Katie decided to keep a few seeds in her pocket to take home to plant in the garden. "Shall we see if it stopped raining?" Grandma said. "Rain is good for the garden," said Katie. "It will make everything grow." Right, let's start from there. My turn, your turn. Eventually, they found him with the sunflowers and carefully put the flowers back into the painting. Your turn. Eventually, they found him with the sunflowers and carefully put the flowers back into the painting. Katie decided to keep a few seeds in her pocket to take home with her to plant in the garden. Katie decided to keep a few seeds in her pocket to take home to plant in the garden. "Shall we see if it stopped raining?" Grandma said. "Rain is good for the garden," said Katie. "It will make everything grow." My turn, your turn. Here we go. "Shall we see if it stopped raining?" Grandmother said. Your turn. "Rain is good for the garden," said Katie. Your turn. Oh, open speech marks. "It will make everything grow." Your turn. It will make everything grow. Well done, Gaudi. You've done an amazing job. Right, let's change it back so I can see you there. Well done, Gaudi. That was a tricky story map, but we got there in the end. We look forward to seeing you on Monday. You won't see me on Monday, see Mrs Gabella and see the rest of the team on Monday. We're really excited to have you back, and we're so proud of you all for doing all the work, for watching the videos and completing all the work online. So well done, and we'll see you next week.